Hello, welcome to the LawyerFair Daily Podcast. My name is Andrew Weaver, the CEO of LawyerFair, and we are back onto legal services territory here. And although most businesses use LinkedIn, or many businesses use LinkedIn as a lead generation tool and a networking tool, I'm going to start off with a remarkable stat that in 2001, 78% of UK lawyers signed up to LinkedIn. But by 2014, that had rather fallen off a cliff to 28%. Which suggests that lawyers kind of know they should be on LinkedIn and know it's a business development tool, but don't actually know how to use it, which is why today's guests are of particular interest to me and hopefully to the wider legal community, because they've set up a LinkedIn training service for members of the legal profession. And so I'm welcoming to the LawyerFair Daily Podcast David Allen and Dan Batchelor. Welcome, chaps.
Welcome to you, Andrew. Just a very slight correction. It was 2011, not 2001, because LinkedIn wasn't actually in business in 2001.
Well spotted, David. I'm glad you were awake on that. Well spotted.
Yeah. So thank you. Well, thank you for having us.
Well, not at all.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Not at all, Dan. And so, chaps, just give us some background to what you're aiming to do. I know it's a recently launched service, but just give us a little background to why you've launched it and what you're aiming to achieve with it.
Well, we are from the social media business, and we've been at it for some time. And we've both worked heavily with LinkedIn, do a lot of LinkedIn training to a number of different markets. And we kept coming across lawyers we know and friends who are lawyers, and hardly any of them actually use LinkedIn. We really ended up scratching our head saying, why is this? Why every other personal services or professional services business uses LinkedIn and quite successfully, which is why LinkedIn is as big as it is.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be so big if it didn't work. And it works really, really well. So I think, first of all, we noticed that it wasn't being used by a lot of lawyers. And as you said, the stats show that the use has cratered over a 3-year period. And secondarily, LinkedIn clearly works in the professional services business. So, kind of why not here and why not now? And there's this increasing pressure in law firms today for people to bring in business. Pure and simple, lawyers need to generate business.
Absolutely. And why do you think, David, that they ran in with great enthusiasm in 2011? I've got it right this time. And it's dropped off. What's the reason behind that, do you think?
Well, I think that they thought it was going to be easier than it was. They first of all, they didn't realize how much effort it took to get a proper searchable, searched LinkedIn profile. Secondarily, they didn't realize that it requires ongoing work. And that's a really important issue. And I think third, as they got to grips with it, they didn't see immediate results. But then all of social media takes sort of 6 to 9 months of work before you get results. You're not going to get a result instantaneously. But they already know that at the partner level, but as it moves down through law firms, they didn't really understand those three things.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of businesses make that mistake, don't they? It is a slow burner. You're not going to suddenly transform the business overnight. So out of the ashes of this, this debacle of these lawyers running away from LinkedIn, has come up the idea of Linked Up Lawyers, which is a training service platform. How would you describe what you're looking to provide?
Well, first of all, we're trying to get them to get, as I said, the basics and done really, really well with a very usable, searchable profile. LinkedIn's ability to search is just as high, if not higher, than Google's in terms of all the algorithms they use. And so it's quite important that you have a profile that's usable, searchable, and that people can find you and you're saying what you really do. So that's what we came to do. Now, we've done that through the mechanism of creating 6-minute videos and then a series of work things that they have to do in building their profile. And most beneficially for all of them, we have now gotten the CPD certified so that they get the 16 hours or 8 hours of CPD work that they need this year to maintain their credentials, which is great for them.
Well, also, frankly, it sounds like CBD certification that might be of some actual interest as well. I think they attend one or two courses that might not be particularly interesting. So hurrah for that. You get your points and it's an interesting course.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. And so in terms of, linkeduplawyers.com is the website address, isn't it?
Yep, you bet.
And
we have to apologize that it's loading a little slow today. Had you not mentioned that, we wouldn't have noticed it. There's been a bunch of, we use WordPress, and there's been a bunch of WordPress updates today. I've been seeing them come through all day on email. Yeah. And I think that's probably the source of it, but we'll have that sorted out tonight.
Teething problems, chaps. I'm sure you'll have some more in the
future.
Oh, yeah. Listen, that's great. Is there any particular type of lawyer or any particular profile, or is it pretty generalist in terms of who can get value from this?
I think at the moment, because we've got the CPD accredited product, that's really for any type of lawyer. We've also sort of realised quite early on that partners don't have the time to put in the effort themselves for their profile. So we're running a fully managed service as well for partners, which we've just introduced, and we're just trialling with 4 or 5 partners at the moment. Because our understanding of business development within law firms, it pretty much all goes through the partner anyway. So we're focusing on those guys at the moment and bringing them on board and the associates that work for them as well, trying to run them through our products simultaneously.
Great. Okay. Listen, guys, that's really interesting. I think clearly you've tapped into a need there, and so I wish you the very best of luck. David and Dan, both for joining us. So it's linkeduplawyers.com. If you're a lawyer and you think, as you probably do, need a little bit of guidance on your use of LinkedIn, then do get in touch with that website. Can I thank both of you for joining us today?
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Not at all.
Yeah, great.
Good luck, and we'll catch up and find out how progress goes in the next few months.
There we go. Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great day.
And to you.
Bye now.
So that was the LawyerFair Daily Podcast. Thank you for listening. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Many thanks.